Yesterday, the world got a shocking update. Diddy, Jakes, the prominent pastor, allegedly suffered a stroke right in front of his congregation. Some are claiming this was all staged in an attempt to garner sympathy and attention. Whether that's true or not, we've got to take a closer look. But that's not the only bombshell dropping. According to new reports, Oprah Winfrey is allegedly tied up in some very serious drama involving Diddy. Yes, you heard that right, there's talk of a warrant out for Oprah's arrest, and she's reportedly connected to the Diddy scandal that's shaking Hollywood right now. What's going on here? Could there be something more sinister behind these celebrities than we ever realized? We're going to break it all down, folks. It's not just Diddy, Jakes and Oprah. Names like Diddy, Steve Harvey, and Tyler Perry are starting to get tangled in this web. You're going to want to stay tuned for the footage we've got coming up and help me react to this because it's wild. Recently, Oprah has found herself under the FBI's microscope, and it's raising some serious questions. For years, Oprah has been this untouchable figure in the media world, the queen of talk shows, a voice of compassion, and a symbol of philanthropy. But there are whispers that her connections in Hollywood might not be as innocent as they seem. Sources are now alleging that Oprah could have ties to Diddy's so-called dark list scandal. This list supposedly contains names of powerful people in Hollywood who are connected to secretive, often illicit, parties that Diddy is allegedly linked to. Now, these aren't just any parties. We're talking about Hollywood's elite gatherings, where things are said to go way beyond typical celebrity mingling, and Oprah's name, it's cropping up, and people are wondering if she knew more than she's letting on. Diddy's parties, especially, have long been the subject of gossip. Insiders have been talking about questionable activities taking place behind closed doors, with allegations ranging from secrecy to more serious misconduct. At first, Oprah's connection to these parties was brushed off as simple coincidence. She's a media mogul, after all, and her presence at Hollywood events is expected. But the FBI's renewed focus on these gatherings has caused many to rethink what they know about Oprah's role in Hollywood's underbelly. According to reports, Diddy kept this infamous dark list which allegedly documented the names of high-profile individuals who attended these events or were somehow aware of the activities happening behind the scenes. Some are even speculating that Oprah might have attended these parties herself or knew exactly what was going on there. Let's talk about the network of power players that seem to have been protecting each other for years. Hollywood, as we know, is a tight-knit circle of celebrities, producers, and moguls, but Oprah's relationships go even deeper than that. She's been friends with some of Hollywood's most controversial figures, names like Harvey Weinstein, Russell Simmons, and, of course, Diddy. For years, these connections were seen as part of Oprah's charm and influence, but now, with these allegations surfacing, they're being scrutinized under a much darker lens. For example, Oprah's past friendship with Harvey Weinstein, despite the accusations against him, has people asking questions. She's always championed herself as a voice for the voiceless, especially when it comes to women's rights, yet she remained silent during the Weinstein scandal. Some critics, like actress Rose McGowan, have suggested that Oprah was more concerned with maintaining her own power in Hollywood than actually helping the victims of abuse. There's also a resurfacing of troubling incidents tied to Oprah's legacy. Remember when a former matron at Oprah's school in South Africa was charged with abusing several young girls? That situation raised a lot of questions about Oprah's involvement and the way she managed the school. Then, there's the infamous interview she did with the Olsen twins, which many people found uncomfortable and awkward. All of these incidents are now being brought up again, and it's causing some to wonder if Oprah's image of an empathetic media mogul is being slowly chipped away. Now, if you thought Oprah was the only one under fire, think again. Tyler Perry and Diddy, Jakes are also being brought into the conversation. There's chatter that both of them have worked closely with Diddy and have remained silent despite the mounting evidence against him. Some sources are even claiming that Tyler Perry may have paid off certain individuals to keep quiet about their involvement with Diddy's parties. Whether that's true or not, it's making people question how deep the connections go. Diddy, Jakes, in particular, has been a figure of intrigue. His stroke, which occurred recently in front of his congregation, has some questioning whether it was a publicity stunt. Could it be that he's trying to gain sympathy or distract from something much larger happening behind the scenes? With everything going on, it's hard to ignore the fact that all these people, Oprah, Diddy, Perry, and Jakes, have been operating within the same circles. Are they really as innocent as they appear, or are there some major skeletons in their closets? The more we dig, the more we find that Hollywood has some serious secrets buried deep within it. The entire industry has been known for protecting its elite, often at the expense of truth and justice. With the FBI now looking into these so-called dark list parties, there's a chance that we'll see more names emerge. Could Oprah, Diddy, and others be facing legal consequences for their involvement in these gatherings? Some insiders believe that this is just the beginning. There's talk of other celebrities like Will Smith, Jay-Z, and Chris Brown possibly being tied to these parties. But here's the real question: why is Oprah's name at the center of this? Oprah's public image has always been one of empowerment and inspiration. So, if the allegations are true, how could someone with her influence have possibly known about all these shady activities without doing anything to stop them? It's a question that needs to be answered, especially now that some of the details of these parties are starting to surface. As we see more details emerge and more celebrities become implicated, it's clear that Hollywood's power structure is facing a major shakeup. If Oprah's ties to Diddy and other questionable figures are proven to be more than just casual connections, her entire empire could be in jeopardy. People are now questioning whether Oprah's legacy as a philanthropist is really just a front for a much darker side of Hollywood. With the FBI investigating the links between Oprah, Diddy, and other high-profile figures, there's no telling where this will go. Will Oprah be able to weather this storm, or is her reputation about to come crashing down? What about Tyler Perry, TD Jakes, and the other figures involved? Hollywood is watching, and the world is waiting for answers. So what do you think about all of this? Is Oprah really as guilty as some are suggesting, or is this all just a baseless conspiracy? Let me know in the comments below.